Not a bad idea.
Because he wouldn't have lips, right?
So you got to talk without using your lips. That's great.
All right. So
Go like
last
this
week,
and say hockey fuck.
That's what I call the wife's hockey team, the St. Lawrence Saints.
Wow.
Hockey fucks.
hockey. All right. So when last we saw our heroes, they were pretty much surrounded and captured by giants. Lone Hunter fled up his rope trick while the dire wolves were on his scent. And then they wandered off and started searching around elsewhere, growing bored. Our heroes were led away down into the lower depths. And eventually Lone Hunter comes out of the rope trick after about an hour. The
Lone Hunter?
Of the wolves from around as they're still out searching, along with, as you're looking and noticing, you saw that the ogres and the sub-chief were still out on patrol searching for you. What would you like to do, Lone Hunter?
Before dropping out of just before going and dropping out of the rope trick, Lone Hunter wants to cast the sky's self on himself to look like a teenage stone giant.
Okay. Stone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because he saw a stone giant there throwing that there, and it's not too much out of his grasp to accomplish, he doesn't think, because not a lot of material he has to change around.
Goliaths are somewhat related to giants. You just recently saw one. It's fresh in your mind. You're familiar with giants. Speak giant. I see no issue with it.
As far as that, he'll drop on down. He'll look around, and he's going to look to see if anybody noticed him drop out of the sky.
Instead of rolling perception checks for them, give me a stealth check.
Okay. Ooh, that was a nice one. That will be, let me double check on him, but I believe that's a 29. Yep, 29. He has plus 10 to stealth.
Okay. As you drop down, you don't see anybody around you.
Okay. Then he'll stand. What he'll do is he'll stand on up.
Dogs howling in the distance. Shouts from the giants to the ogres off in the distance. You can tell that since you speak giant, you know that they're still searching for you. Or anything.
And what Lone Hunter will do is he'll look for that trail that was leading on out, and he'll try to not necessarily stealthy, but quietly make it to the trail and start down the trail, because he's saying, oh my, I got to get some help. They got too many of those big wolves. And that one crazy guy, the big giant there, he could see through me pretty good. He started all this problem, and is what he's saying inside his head. And he says, I gotta save my buddies. I gotta save them, but I can't do it alone. I gotta save the puny elves.
Again. How many times has Lone Hunter been the last guy to run out of a dungeon and save the ass of everyone else? It's like the 5th time it's happened.
I don't know. I haven't kept track. But the only thing that's allowed him to do any of that is that God bless the Gloomstalker and the rope trick that comes with it. But
bonus action dash for you.
My new character is Hair Stories of War Hunter, so I took the rope trick spell.
But so he's going to be thinking this, and so he's going to be. He says, I think on our travels up here, there was a trading post, or there was a tavern might be able to find some strong bodies. And utmost, I gotta say, Poontick, my buddy Poontick, my furry little buddy.
And Shardak.
Well, yeah, Shardak too, but really the furry teddy bear is Lone Hunter really wants to save really the most, and then the the puny elves come second.
Okay. And as you're heading along down the trail, going back to there was the hidden rock campsite that's just like a very, very narrow cleft in rock that you can barely squeeze through yourself. Lone Hunter, you're heading back towards that, your base, to get some equipment and some, rations to take back on your way.
Yep.
You come around the corner and you see 3 more individuals checking out your campsite there. And if you would, go ahead and introduce yourself and your character and what he looks like. And let's start with the top one, Serena Moonbow.
Serena is a tall, black-haired high elf.
How tall? No, you are.
Like on the taller side, I don't actually know how tall elves are, but on the taller side for an elf.
Alright.
She's wearing kind of green robes, with the no sleeveless, and on the lower arms of each of her arms there is a cheetah tattoo, of like a cheetah in mid run.
I just had a thought.
Blade
Bladesinger, doesn't it require one weapon?
Not from what I read.
Okay. I recall only one. I recall.
There is something about a one-handed weapon and no shield.
Yeah, they could only use use blades on. They can only use a one-handed weapon.
So they can still dual wield one-handed.
It doesn't say that you can't have 2 weapons from what I saw.
Yeah, the one style has short swords, so you could do that. It'd be hard. It'd be hard with long swords. Not saying you couldn't, but you'd have to have a feat.
I'll see how it's worded.
All right. As long as it says that you don't have to. That is, yeah. But they are one-handed weapons. Rapers are one-handed weapons, and you're not using a shield. So all right, we're good. I just something that suddenly occurred to me. All right, continue.
And Lone Hunter say, with a gasp, small one, little one, are those tramp stamps on your arms? There's a cousin of yours that needs saving.
And this is being yelled at you by suddenly a teenage-sized stone giant who just came around the corner. And before you react to anything, let's go ahead and get Atreus to describe yourself and your character.
You see I believe I said a dark, like orangish type color, tiefling with very heavy looking armor, very large a shield held with his left hand, and he looks regal, but lowly at the same time. Trying to fit in my folk hero background with that description. When this giant crashes in, I immediately start reaching for my sword. That'll be the only reaction I'll make until the last introduction.
And
And
then,
Lone Hunter would say, "And Tin Can Man with a tail, I need your help too. Can you help a lowly giant such as me say puny things?
Rashik.
My friend Poontik needs to be saved."
Rashik, introduce you.
And we're at like a campsite?
No, you're not necessarily at a camp. I picture the campsite is a small cave that is only entrance through a small crevice in the air that is barely big enough for a lone hunter to squiggle through. And so you all are about to begin checking it out because you. This
Is Lone Hunter speaking? He's speaking common to us, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Lone Hunter just comes around a rise and some rocks away from the giant chief. Now, y'all can be here either as guild members, also coming to the aid to take giants, because you're filtering in slowly but surely because giants are badass and everybody knows that. Or you could be mercenaries sent here for same thing, glory. You're here to kill whatever the reason is. You're here to kill giants.
Yeah, sure. I'll
work here to kill giants.
I'll work it out. We'll work it out.
So, Rashid,
we're here to kill giants. There is a teenage giant right there.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, it's kill giants.
Okay. Rashik is none of the above. He's not a guild member. He's not a mercenary. But he was flying around in wild shape. Probably as like a, giant raven, let's say. Because we were talking about that. And when he did see these adventurers walking or exploring, his curiosity, because I even wrote a bit of his backstory in the messenger group, that he was part of like a lizard folk hunting band, and when they came back to the village, one of their members had become corrupted and had turned into a lizard king, a lizard folk king.
Oh, okay.
And he decided to just hightail it, like before that corruption took influence over him. So he spent many years living alone in the swamp, and eventually he ended up trading and later on even making friends with a halfling community that was in the forest near the swamp. And through the halfling's vicarious love of life, he developed a curiosity about the greater world. And he's like a neutral lizard folk druid. So that's why I also put down in there, friend, foe, or food. That's kind of his outlook.
So,
and what? But he knows about friends. Like, what better friends to make than halflings, right?
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, finger food. They fit all three categories.
Well, they showed him like really that there is things to love in life, right? And
yeah,
and to protect
smoking and drinking.
Yeah. And
eating finger food.
Well, and companionship, because his background is a hermit, so he was living alone in the swamp for quite some time. So seeing these adventures, he would simply, like, he wouldn't do it with subterfuge or anything. He'd do it well in the open.
I think maybe we're talking to one hunter in his giant form, and then you just land on the ground or something.
Pretty much, and like giant raven. Giant raven, and then this giant raven, it just transforms and metamorphosizes right before your eyes into lizard folk who is like, he's got like the green scaly skin and the golden slitted eyes, and he has a club on his belt, some javelins and a quiver on his back, and he has a shield made out of tortoise shell, and he's covered in with feathers tied to his club and necklaces of teeth and
Tortoise or
claws and-
turtle?
Tortoise.
Ah,
A turtle shell weighs about 150 pounds. So
I only allow turtles in my games if they're playing Teenage Ninjas.
yeah,
That's
and
just a joke. Sorry.
and so he's all covered in like straight shaman, right? That's how he's dressed. Just
We should
bitchy fur, teeth, claws,
curious.
feathers.
Is there an actual official pronunciation for that, shaman or shaman?
I don't
I don't know.
tomato.
Okay.
I've always heard it as shaman.
Like Homer Simpson said,
Duh.
I'm gonna call this tomato Heinz ketchup, and I'm gonna call this tomato Hans catsup.
But as Lone Hunter sees this
Yeah.
huge raven,
Stone giant, and then suddenly, boom.
this huge raven coming on in, Lone Hunter will squeal like a scared teenager and kind of quickly, using his bonus action, hide.
But after I transform, I'll simply raise my hand in a greeting, and I'll say, "Well met. I am Rashik. I've come for talk and companionship."
Well met, Rashik.
One other question. Serena and Atreus, were you all guild members?
I don't think so.
The Lone Hunter may not recognize you then, right?
No, I don't think he does.
Okay. What about you, Atreus?
He might recognize me slightly because Celestina is Serena's half sister.
Oh, jeez. No, I am not a guild member.
Okay, so all right, yeah, you don't recognize them from the guild. You don't know who they are either. Let's continue. Talk.
So Lone Hunter squeals
and we don't know who he is either. So
He looks like a giant.
kind of
I don't know who he is.
we're kind of at a standoff here.
Well, Lone Hunter squeals like a scared teenager and then hides with a stealth check of 23. And while he's hiding, I think he can dispel the disguise spell. It's good for an hour, but let's see here.
I'll let you end it early, even if it's not concentration. If you want to end it early, I'll allow it.
It's not a concentration spell, but when he's once he hides, and then when he brings himself back into the picture, he'll be actually Lone Hunter.
Well met indeed, Rashik. What brings you to these parts?
I tilt my head sideways like a dog, and I kind of shrug, and I say, "I simply saw you from above, and I thought you may need assistance in slaying that dragon giant as I motion kind of to where that stone giant bolted off."
I look around for the stone giant.
Give me a perception check.
Am I training perception?
You should have +3 to your roll.
21 total.
You do not see the giant. The fucking sneaky
Okay.
little fucking giant, ain't he?
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of small for a giant, though. He was the smallest giant you've seen of the giants. Well, actually, you haven't seen any giants, or maybe you have. I don't know.
Well, I speak. I don't know if
Let's say you are familiar with giants. Yeah, you familiar with? He would then be the smallest giant you've ever seen. Maybe a giant.
Hello, little guy. Where are you?
Come out, wherever you
I've
are.
got 10 charisma, guys. Like, I'm not really that charismatic. I'm not subtle.
Still standing there at like a low ready, like just ready to pull my sword whenever I need to, like, or to swing my sword whenever I need to, if this creature truly is dangerous. And you hear, and I kind of like start to move to the front of everybody to shield them from danger.
Lone Hunter will, in Elvish, after he's changed himself back to Lone Hunter to his Goliath form. Hello in the camp. Hello in the camp. Are you friend or foe?
Depends on who's asking. I reply in Elvish.
I come closer to these other two.
Reveal yourself.
When I know you're a friend, I have friends in trouble. I need assistance.
What is your name, sir?
I go by many names, but the one I travel with is Lone Hunter.
You wouldn't happen to travel with someone called Celestina, would you?
Who?
Can I roll an insight on this giant?
As long as he's actually revealing himself physically, then yes.
I'll start stepping out slowly as I see that they haven't, taken anything more aggressive in action other than words and a ready position, such as the tin can man with the tail.
Yeah. So I'm gonna roll insight on the things that he. Oh shit! He's speaking in Elven, isn't he?
Yeah.
Never mind.
So I say, you wouldn't happen to know a person called Celestina, would you?
Why?
Well, she's my half sister.
If you would please, Serena, intelligence history if you have it.
Okay.
As soon as Lone Hunter hears
18.
Since you're familiar with your sister and been keeping hold of her her doings, she is famous because they are now famous now after White Plume Mountain. That Lone Hunter was one of your sister's companions in White Plume Mountain that restored the 3 artifact weapons.
Yeah,
you've heard him. That's about all. You know that he was with your sister.
Yeah, that was my assumption. Okay,
you've heard of the heroes.
And hearing the name and him saying in Elvish that she's her half sister, Lone Hunter will fully step on out and he'll start talking in common.
I say in common, warrior weapons. He is friend.
And
I wanna roll an insight on both of them.
Okie dokie.
All right.
Okay.
And Lone Hunter will be saying, "Your sister, she's hurt, she's damaged."
I rolled a 2.
You think they're shady, man?
Huh?
You think they're a little shady?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna turn to the to the lizard man and say,
Hey,
beware.
we don't use that term anymore. It's lizard folk.
Oh my God! PC pulling.
Oh no.
Oh God.
I look at the lizard folk and say, be wary of these two. They were talking in a strange dialect. I don't trust them.
What language are you speaking?
No time has passed for anyone's trust to be shown. We're still alive. That's a good sign.
My friend Puntik, he needs your help. My furry friend, he's in desperate need. He was injured grievously, and another friend of ours tried to assist us, but he got struck down and captured by these giants. We need your assistance. They have strange magics and alliances going on.
And
They got big dogs.
Giants are a nuisance. They use many resources.
Resources like one of their own to trick us into going in to this dangerous land.
And then Lone Hunter will pay, and thieves
Have
can't.
you?
And thieves can't.
Oh shit!
Honest, I'm telling the truth. On your mother's life.
Hang on. I've got the criminal background. Does that give me thieves can? I can't remember.
It does not.
Oh,
Nope.
I have no idea what you're saying then. I have no idea. Does anyone else? Is anyone else got thieves can? No.
I often hear. I believe thieves can't isn't necessarily so much a language. It's more like gangster talk. You know, like yo, this Fugazi over here, so I had to go and whack that guy. You know, because the boss said, hey, you know, fucking bada boom, bada bing. What you gonna do?
I say.
You know,
It's crazy that I knew everything you were just saying.
You're from the Bronx.
I say, have you not heard the tales of the Battle of Whitewood Mountain? This is one hunter. He was one of the spearheads of that. Incursion.
Can I roll a history?
Yeah, sure.
And Lone Hunter say, no, I was not a spearhead. I was just a lowly little archer.
That's a flat 12.
You've heard of the heroes of White Plume Mountain, but you're not really sure who they are.
I've heard of this battle, but I know not of the people involved.
Well, Puntik, my buddy, my furry buddy, he was one of the greater heroes out of it. And now we need to save him. We need to do him this honor. Hurry, come on. Or are you tired?
I will help you simply because I believe in respect. People deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. But know this. If this turns out to be a ruse, you will feel the sharp end of my blade.
Just as long as it's not the sharp end of that tail of yours. That looks dangerous.
I believe in protecting those who cannot protect themselves. So I will help you.
There's some some wee ones up there, some elves that have been battered down. They may be dying. They need your help. And my friend Puntik, he definitely needs your help. And then there's and then there's Shardak. And there was this crazy little guy. He had sticky fingers, but he was all right. But he sticky. Mordraken, Mordecai, and Morty. We just call him Morty.
Shall we go there? We're wasting time here.
Well, if you're tired from your grand travels, we can rest. But that's up to you. That's all up to you guys. I'm just glad that I found someone so close. It is truly a godsend from the gods.
Well, then I ask you this, good sir. You say you need rest. We, on the other hand, and I look around at the other two, I don't believe that my lizard folk companion here and the girl need any type of rest.
Sure, you
However,
know my name right now. We've been traveling for a few days together for a few days.
However, that don't mean nothing. I can still call you the girl.
I technically wasted wild shape, but other than that,
oh, that's right.
You have your wild shape. That was a flavor fluff arrival thing.
That's kind of what I was assuming, but I didn't. Well, I didn't want to assume.
I'm okay with that.
So I will offer you this.
Is Lone Hunter injured?
I was just gonna. That's what I was getting to.
Oh, okay.
Let me double check here because I got my other little note pad here on the other game.
BTW, I'm really hoping that someone dies so I can cast reincarnate.
I have Revivify.
Oh, that would be fun.
I have Revivify.
Where is it? I know I burnt some hit die.
I know you burned a lot of hit die.
Yeah.
Oh.
I only had like one hit die or two hit die left. I think I want to get the right numbers. So he is injured, by the way, so I don't sidetrack this much. But he's not badly injured.
So then I will offer you this. If you join me in prayer, I can offer that my God will heal your wounds.
I'm still listening, and he'll Lone Hunter will go ahead and find that darn sheet. He'll say, "We can take time to do a quick prayer to Garin Windstorm. Yes, and ask for his blessing."
And with that, I'll ask you out of game, how much health do you need to make it back to like full health?
It would be, I believe I was at 60 something, and that's why I'm trying to find that so I can answer that and not having waste something we may need.
My entire health pool is 61. So
damn.
Jeez.
So we figured out who you're going to reincarnate.
Citadel. Okay.
I'm gonna sit within 10 feet of our paladin. He can take the damage for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it. Is it that flipped over? No, that's a dead thing. One. I'll say I need. I would need 38 to put me full.
Okay. So I go ahead and and take a knee and take off my amulet to my god. I still haven't figured out who my god is yet, but
area.
oh, Zariel. Okay, so I take off the amulet to my forefather Zariel and begin to pray. You see a bit of a flame. Kind of, it's almost like a fairy fire type of thing. Again, this is just for flavor, but but you just see me start to pray, and my body fills with the flames of Zariel. When I open my eyes, you see even like a flaming type of vision in my eyeballs, and I reach out and touch Lone Hunter with a lay on hands and give him exactly what he needs to get back to full health.
Oh, thank Garrison Windstrom for sending you. I feel so good. He is so great.
And remind me again how much that was again?
38.
38. Thank you.
Oh, there it is, underneath there. Yeah. Hey, my memory. I thought I was going nuts, but my memory's pretty good.
Hey.
How about that?
Yes, bitch.
That's been something that's been aggravating me for a long time. Is my memory?
Oh, dude, me too. It's not necessarily my long-term memory, but it's my short-term memory.
Yeah.
Crap.
Yeah. In fact, I even went and walked the Alzheimer's walk there Sunday.
Yeah. I'm reading this book. I swear to God, I'm reading it, and then halfway through it, I'm suddenly like, "What the hell did I just read?"
When Serena gets hurt, I'm going to give her 11 points. Not consecutive.
In 2 doses.
Pop there. But Lone Hunter will make a lot of noise, not noise, but theatrically noise about how great Garrison Windstorm is for sending such an individual that has fire upon his fingertips and that can touch so far down in the deep of my soul. Now keep away from me. That burns.
Shall we go do this then?
How far away are these giants?
It was a couple hours from here to there.
Okay, so like, you know,
they're up over that hill.
5-6 miles, kind of.
You follow my footsteps, and like that, you got to watch out for this tree and this path. It does a zigzag, and it's really muddy over in this one side. And stay away from that because that's just going to splash all over you, and it will help people see you. We want to sneak up there, sneaky. Right? Yeah. Huh? Sneaky.
I agree.
I just looked up the symbol of Zariel, and it looks like an upside down pentagram with like a dragon breathing fire, like a
Pop it in the chat. You're on your laptop.
Yeah, I can do that. All right. But I'm trying to explain it more for like Roland.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Michael.
Sorry.
Come on, Roland, just look at it.
Thank you, Steven.
You're welcome. The dragon, it's like very snake-like. There's no legs. It's got one wing, and it's breathing fire onto like one of the arms of the star.
Lone Hunter
acorn.
will point at it and says, "That looks like you, except can you breathe fire?" But it looks like you. It's scaly. It's long. It's dragonish, serpent looking. Yeah, like you.
See, and as a lizard folk, I don't judge people by their skin or by their color or by anything. I don't.
By how warm-blooded they are.
Yeah, I don't I have to reiterate, like, friend, foe, or food. That's pretty much it, right? Doesn't matter what else. It's how people react and interact. And
Oh, that's actually the symbol of Tiamat. I'm sorry.
It's not a matter of how many people I've killed, but how I deal with the people who are still alive. That's important.
Right. And I know giants are no good. Like, being like a druid, I know that they throw off the natural order. They're restrained on resources. They're all about, like, they don't really serve a good purpose. Like, giants haven't really done anything, like, proactive in, like, millennia.
Rotten to the core, except for storm giants and a handful of cloud giants.
True. But
the rest are just sure.
But you never see them. You know what I mean? That's exactly, right? You never have to, like. No, that's like, whatever. I'm not making sense, but
Lone Hunter will say, just remember, on your friend, foe, or food, I'm infected with salmonella.
I got worms the size of my arms.
Yes. You should see some of the things I eat. And that's the thing. I'm an indiscriminate eater.
Yes, but you don't want to eat me. You'll get sick.
Oh, I've eaten worse. Nothing a little bit of put you over the fire for a while.
Lone Hunter say, ooh.
I generally don't eat friends. Then again, I've never really had the opportunity to, but but no, But oh yeah, I'll eat humanoids. I'll eat whatever.
I'll find a better symbol because Tiamat is evil.
And they eat it raw.
Tiamat may be evil, but it's not necessarily a symbol of Tiamat, as we have stated. It's a symbol of whatever. And just because it looks fucking badass doesn't necessarily mean that they're evil.
No. Like, I actually opened it up, and it's actually the symbol of Tiamat.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you like the picture I've got for my voice thing right there?
I like it.
That's pretty dope. I like that.
Pretty dope. I think the last game the game I ran with the dragon, so it's still.
All right, let's continue.
And I gotta say, dope ass phrases like "Dark fire will never avail you." Okay. So, what are y'all doing? Are you?
Well, if they want to start traveling, we'll travel. Because if it's going to take a couple hours, we may as well start going now. Right. Especially if there's, like, if his companions are, like, in trouble and these giants have a fortification. Because I assume he's telling us more on the journey. And it sounds more and more dire. If they have, you know, like a giant log fortification built, and there's that many of
them beforehand.
Pardon me?
You could have seen it from the air.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that explains then. Well, yeah. That can't continue. That just throws off the natural balance, natural order. And as we get close, I can cast a spell that will help us remain undetected.
I didn't that.
That's really crazy, I'm guessing.
As y'all are making your way, though, you start to hear braying in the background. Not braying. Braying's like something else, like donkeys bray. Howling. And it's getting closer.
And Lone Hunter say, that sounds like the big dogs I was telling you about.
If anybody would like to make an animal handling check. If anybody,
I could do that.
I could do that. I could do it too, Steve.
I got a 19 natural plus 5, 24.
You can definitely tell that is the sound of wolves that have caught your scent.
Okay.
And they're communicating to the rest of their pack.
19 I rolled.
Nice.
You also are well aware of that fact. The wolves have caught your scent and are communicating to the rest of their pack.
I kind of shake my head a little bit sad. I did not prepare my animal handling spell today. Or my animal friendship spell today. So those wolves might have to die instead.
I think that only works on one creature anyway.
Well, they might have to die instead.
Man, I'm having a hard time sharing the Lone Hunter's holy symbol here. Was going to do that, but oh well. Back, boom.
If y'all communicate this to Lone Hunter, they're like, oh, by the way, the wolves have caught our scent, right?
Yeah.
Lone Hunter, you immediately remember that when you were leaving, you heard the wolves and and you could see before as they were leaving, that the sub-chief took the 3 ogres with him and the wolves, and they were hunting the surrounding land for you. You now hear them. They say they have caught our scent and they're adjusting to the pack, so you know that
they're on to us.
So you know that this is a force of how many? A bunch of fucking wolves.
There's 20 big dogs, and there's 10 kind of smallish like giants, ogres, and there's 4 giants with them, and there's the chief that's leading them that was looking for me, and I so skillfully evaded to save my boomtick. And
I suggest we find somewhere where we can.
These dogs smell real good, and I don't mean they smell good, but they smell real good. They smell kind of like wet fur, wet dog. They themselves, but they can sniff us pretty good from what I saw.
Can we find somewhere to bottleneck them?
What?
Could we find somewhere to bottleneck the wolves?
Give me a survival check.
Ooh. Can I help him? Can I help him telling him with information that I found?
Yes, you can, especially considering you've been flying over the
Yeah, exactly. So can I give him advantage because I also have survival?
Yes, you may.
And because I was flying, I could say
I don't have survival, but I rolled an natural 20.
Help with your military knowledge and let Rashik make the roll.
Well, okay, but I rolled a crit.
Oh. Just why I am a fan of crits do not apply or natural ones do not apply.
Okay.
But yeah, it's still a pretty good roll. It's still 20 is pretty high. I'm gonna say that you can find a fairly defensible place up against a rise.
Okay. Cool.
Just in case you wanted me to roll, I rolled a 23.
Sounds like somebody did better.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And that is the rule.
Well, I'll go with him. He knows better.
Okay. So find what type of defensible position are you looking for?
Something like what you call it, like a creek. Do you know what I mean? Something with like a creek bed with like banks and bush. so that they'll want to come down the creek after us.
Okay. Steep sides type
Yeah, yeah, something with like steep sides that they'll be coming more or less single file down the creek,
thing? All right.
right?
All right. You can find that.
Lone Hunter is going to look around for what the local plants and ground cover is there and try to pick a couple handfuls of it and say, fellas, take this. And he's going to start rubbing his body with the dirt and the local plants that are around there, ground cover, to try to help hide his scent.
Mm-hmm. That's a fucking hunter idea.
I'm gonna lay down in the creek.
Okay. Just on the water.
Pardon me?
I'll follow one hunter's lead, I guess.
Okay. I like that idea. Though.
Yeah, like literally, if there's water in the creek, I'll lay down in the creek. I could hold my breath for 15 minutes.
All right. Like a crocodile.
Right.
Just eyes just barely hanging out.
Like one of those evil black dragons. I remember them in the water.
Oh, yeah, those bastards are sneaky. What about you, Atreus? What you doing?
Yeah, I'll rub myself in dirt.
And then after, Lone Hunter's like, ha ha, got you to do it. You rubbed dirt on yourself.
Then
I'm assuming that is an actual hunter's trick, though, correct?
Yes, it is.
I'm obviously.
Oh, yeah, it would be, yeah.
Significantly hunting in my life. I went hunting at one point in time, and we just pretty much walked around the woods and looked for squirrels and didn't find any. Shot some beer cans instead. We didn't bring the beer cans with us. We weren't drinking. We were found. So.
In fact, they actually sell earth scent as a cover scent for hunters there at Bass Pro and like that.
Oh, cool.
But after that, if we have time, Lone Hunter say,
now you have a few minutes.
Let's hide ourselves and set up an ambush.
Yep, I was. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna do after that anyway. But yeah, sure.
I'll come up with a... Oh, never mind.
Okay, is that what y'all want to do? You want to like wait for them? You can hear them coming. They're getting closer and closer.
25 on stealth.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
I believe we'll have disadvantage there, Tin Can.
Yeah, I do. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm not stealthy at all. With a nice natural 1.
See, this is the way I like to think about it. I really do think that a lot of the times when people are stealthing and hiding, it really helps them hide if there's something for them to find. If you just have the big fighter in plate mail, just like, yo, why would they continue looking for anything else? There's a target. I'm not paying attention to anything else. There you go, running to him.
He's the bait.
Yep. So with my natural 1, as I'm standing there covered completely in dirt, I'm gonna go ahead.
You're homeless.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and ready a hypnotic pattern, so that once they're within a 30-foot cube, I'm going to as soon as all of, or at least most of the wolves are inside of that 30-foot cube, I'm going to cast a hypnotic pattern on them.
Ow.
And by the way, for a stealth, I rolled a natural 20 plus 6, 26.
Okay, I was going to give you advantage because you can actually fully.
Do you what? I rolled with advantage. I assumed you're going to. I rolled a 14 and a 20.
And Lone Hunter Lone Hunter got a 27 for stealth.
Fucking shit. Okay. So you all sneak around real good, and the braying and the howling gets closer and closer, and then coming around the bend in the ravine that you're in, you see a couple dogs coming right at you. And I'm going to say that everybody's go ahead and give me a initiative roll, and I'm going to call them as the supply. They are surprised.
Okay. That's a flat 5.
You'll be going last.
Rashik got 19.
Lone Hunter got a 26.
What about
Roll
Serena?
not on a side. 16.
16? Okay.
Yeah.
So Zone Hunter and then Rashik. Serena.
Do I at least get my surprise round even though I'm going last?
How I'm doing surprise, they're surprised until their turn. So you will. They won't be surprised, but you'll go before they do.
Okay.
Because they go before you, so they'll no longer be surprised by the time you go, but they won't. That's their action, is they're just, huh? Alright, let me finish writing this down real good. And Atreus at the end. Okay, Lone Hunter, what would you like to do? You see 2 wolves coming into view at the moment, just around the bend, and that's where I'm starting the initiative. What would you like to do? You are hidden; they do not see you.
What Lone Hunter will do is he's going to go ahead and he's going to ready a bonus action spell, Hunter's Mark, for when he sees the sub chief, who he's calling the chief to these guys.
Okay.
Once he gets within 90 feet, he'll let that go on off and like that. Other than that, he's just ready in an action.
Remaining hidden.
Yep.
Ready to tag that sub chief when you can. Okay, Daddy. Rashid. Yeah, hidden.
How far away are the wolves?
Let's call them 40 feet.
Perfect. I'll just stand up out of the water. And I'm going to cast Create Bonfire on one of them, which is a 60-foot range. It's a cantrip. One of them will have to make
Dex save, I believe.
a dex save of 17.
And what happens when he fails?
3D, a bonfire, like a 5x5 cube, just starts underneath him. And it's actually concentration, but I'm not going to bother. And 3d8 at this point, this level, 3d8 points of fire damage on a failed save.
Yeah, I've had people use this spell before, and I think that it is a little overpowered for concentration. For a cantrip, to have, like, you put it in a doorway and everybody comes through the doorway.
I agree.
Yeah.
I like it.
But
it's protecting us.
I feel it's a little overpowered for a cantrip level.
Well, some of the cantrips actually, when you get up to this level that we're at, can do damage. The big thing with the cantrips is it's hit or miss. You either make the save or you don't take any damage.
Exactly. That's precisely it.
And I think
there's no damage on a save.
Yeah, I think that's the aspect.
But the thing is, it's kind of no different than casting. I guess that's the thing, right? We're so used to a lot of them being instantaneous that this one is unusual. That.
For instantaneous, I got zero issue with it. But the fact that you door and every fucking orc that goes through there is like, make a save.
Right.
Make a save. That's
right. It's great for blocking a doorwell or stairs or something.
For a cantrip, that's just fucking wow.
Yeah. Anyways, I did 17 points of fire damage to it.
Oh, okay.
And as my movement,
Mhm.
I'll fly 15 feet up in the air. Because
But,
I'm assuming I was prone, so I stood up at half.
you got the wings of flying or something?
Yeah, the winged boots.
Oh, yeah. Fucking ass. Alright, so you're up in the air. Lizard man. Alright, I'm assuming that's all for you, Rashik.
Yes, I am done. Thank you.
Serena. Want to break a racket or something? What's up? What you doing?
I think. So they're all clumped up, right?
There's only 2 at the moment that you've seen, but yes, they are clumped together pretty good. You hear a bunch more. You can assume that there's more coming behind them. But at the moment, that's all that has made it through until they go. You hear lots more coming.
I think I'm just gonna ready a fireball for when I can get more guys.
How many you want?
Well, I don't know how many there are. Like,
Give me a number.
6, 8, let's say.
All right. When you get a good clump of them, all right? Yeah, you let me know whenever you feel that's a good clump. How about that?
All right, sure.
Then their turn. They are no longer surprised.
I'm still hidden, but I didn't.
Yeah. You're still hidden. They are no longer surprised. Atreus, what would you like to do? They should have been able to.
There we go. I'm gonna do my hypnotic pattern.
All right. What happened? They make that?
Yeah, they make a wisdom save.
Well, they are fairly wise, but they're not that wise. What happens when they fail?
Let's see. On a failed save, the creatures become charmed for the duration, which is up to 1 minute. While charmed by this spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. The spell ends if any affected creature takes any damage, or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor.
Speaking of which, when they went and were surprised, did your bonfire spell do anything while he's still in the radius, since I didn't let them move because they were technically surprised? Rashik? Like the start of their turn, into their turn or something?
When does your bonfire do things, Rashik?
Well, let's put it this way. Regardless of how it does it, I'll cast it again on the other one.
I wouldn't, because the paladin just cast hypnotic pattern on him. So.
Well, I'll cast it again or whatever on the same one then. I don't care when it does it in the round. I'll just cast it again.
Okay.
So, how many of them did I get?
Just the only 2 at the moment. Does that anybody who enters the area of effect is also affected later or something?
It does not say. It just says that it's a 30-foot cube within range, and each creature in the area who sees the pattern must make a wisdom save.
That's far enough away to where I can put it in an area where nobody else is affected but you them.
Yeah, and it's a duration of a minute, so I'm assuming that when they come in, they would see it.
I've got a question. Are we in that area?
Negative. They're 40 feet away, so you can. he could have put it to where you weren't in the area.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about. Does it affect people who enter the area again?
It doesn't say, so I'm gonna assume that's DM's choice.
What DM call?
Yeah.
Lone Hunter, what would you like to do?
Well, Lone Hunter is waiting for the sub chief, and he's holding, not holding, but readying his action for that. As soon as he sees the sub chief, he'll cast the hunter's mark, and what he'll do in the meantime is get his bow ready so he can release a couple arrows.
All right. Bow out, ready, arrow drawn, waiting. I want to kill you, you motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
You create a twisting pattern of colors that weaves through the air inside a 30-foot cube within range. The pattern appears for a moment and vanishes. Each creature in the area who sees the pattern must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed, the spell creature is incapacitated and has the speed of 0. Okay, so it disappears, though. It's only there for a minute and then vanishes. Alright.
That's what happens when you don't fully read things. But yeah, that's my action.
Alright, but yeah, they are just standing there like, Rashik, what would you like to do? They're just standing there.
Okay, because I read the spell and it's when they enter it on their turn, or if they end their turn in it.
Okay, so one of them ended the turn on it before he was hypnotic patterned. So
well, you know what?
Nah, screw it. You cast it. It's done.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
okay,
I'll just cast it again.
Right. They're incapacitated, so they fail.
Okay, I'm just trying to find my dice again.
You want to do it on the same guy or the different one?
Well, are they both incapacitated?
Yes.
I'll just cook the same one.
Okay.
So he used to make a dex save of 17 or take 14 points of fire damage.
He fails. But he yelps in pain and suddenly looks around as if...
And I'll go 30 feet up.
Nice. So you're now 45 feet up, or you want to be a total of 30?
No, 45 feet is fine.
Okie dokie. All right, Serena, what would you like to do?
As soon as the two in there.
Because they didn't move, the others didn't have time to move up yet, but you hear them. They're right behind each other. You have bottleneck 2 of them, yes.
I think I'm just going to keep holding.
Ready in action. All right, so the one that took damage, does he get a repeat of save, or is he just automatically no longer hypnotized?
He's automatically no longer hypnotized.
Okay. He will run forward up to you, and with that, you will also see 2 more coming around behind them. One of them leaping over the one that's hypnotized. Is that enough for you to cast your spell?
No,
You have
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Well, the first one, who was the only one able to get to you, Atreus, will bite at you. And, that'll hit with a 22. If you would please give me a strength saving throw. Where are my D6s?
Versus what?
Being knocked down.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like, what did what do you roll?
Oh, it's a strength saving throw. DC is, I suppose, if it matters. Knocked prone. DC 13.
Oh, son of a bitch! All right, yeah, I'm prone.
Oh, and you take 11 points of piercing damage, and you have a wolf on top of it. Who is
Oh, damn.
stands quite
Wait, I have a thing.
You have a thing?
Yep.
For the thing.
Wait. Ah, shit. It's against somebody else.
Now, the two that just came around the corner, you can see, are probably only about 10 feet away from you. But they're not in melee or anything. Just one on top of you, and then one still standing there looking spacey. All right. Atreus.
All right. What do I want to do? I am going to. I'm going to go ahead and hit. Oh no! Wait, hold on. Make a melee spell attack.
You're prone.
Yes, I am. I'm still going to try to make a melee spell attack with inflict wounds.
It would be at disadvantage because you're prone. You can always use half your movement to stand up, though, and alleviate that.
Okay.
You may as well do that. I mean, you're not going to move anywhere else, right?
What?
Yeah, there's no reason why you can't. I would just stand up.
Yeah.
All right, then yeah, I'll stand up. Take
Okay.
the 15 feet. And then I'm gonna inflict wounds on this little bastard with a not bad. With a 16.
That hits him, and I'm assuming you're going to suck his life out.
Yes, that is 3d10.
Yeah, he's got 6 hit points. He is badly singed.
That's gonna be let me see, 10, 18. That's gonna be 22 points of necrotic damage.
How does he die?
Oh, so I take with one hand, like still through the leather straps on the inside of the shield, I hold on to my to my holy symbol, and just kind of like put my hands out and say Rictum Sempra. I mean Sectum Sempra, and you just see these cuts start just cutting all over it. While this is happening, you see like skeletal hands coming out of the wounds, grabbing onto it, and you see the life force being sucked from its body. And yeah, you said there's another one there though.
There are 2 more about 10 feet away from you.
All right, so I'm gonna use
Just
so I'm gonna use 10 feet of that of my movement that's left, and I'm going to go ahead and hit one of the other dogs.
Wasn't the cast a spell? Wasn't that an action though? Cast a spell for the inflict wounds.
Yeah, but I have an extra attack.
Yeah, but you didn't take the attack action. You took the cast a spell action.
You cast spell action.
Yeah, I know it sucks, but
That does suck.
Yeah.
All right. I'll still move closer. Doesn't matter.
The worst thing about that little denotation of crap is when I tried to use it. You can't use booming blade and then offhand attack with another weapon because you can only get that offhand attack if you take the attack action, and booming blades or green flame blade or any of those is a cast a spell action. So you can't dual wield while green flame blading or whatever. Sucks.
That's all right. I still move closer.
All right, yeah, you can move in melee with the motherfucker if you want.
Yep.
It's perfectly fine. And draw your sword out of interaction and be like, yo, let's do this. Right?
Yep.
Okay. And on that, Lone Hunter.
After seeing this tin can man with the tail get knocked down after he was so gracious as to help me, Lone Hunter, in a mad fury, will jump up from where he's at and howl. "Ow!" And he will let loose 2 arrows at the wolf that's right in front of our tin can man.
Okay.
And let's see here. First will be, that's a 14 on the dice with plus
Good.
7, so
14 on the
21. And
let me know if you roll a 6 on the dice.
11 is
Total
the second.
of 11?
Yeah, total of 11 on the second one.
Oh, okay. The second one falls off wide.
Okay, cool. All the anger and rage is what did it. Let me mark down these arrows. And let's see here. I can get my sneak attack, right? Damage.
Melee. Yeah.
Yep. And 1 arrow. And he'll take, that's 5, 6, 9 points of piercing damage.
Man, why do I struggle with math sometimes? See, I become stupid. I'm like, subtract 9 without having to think about it.
Then as a bonus action,
Yes.
from the uncanny or whatever action,
Okay.
he's gonna jump back down and hide,
All right, roll it.
and that will be a 17 for stealth.
Rashik, you're flying 45 feet ahead in the air. Down below you, you see these wolves. I'm going to say that from your vantage point, you can see the others about ready. Some more, you can see the whole list of them, just a whole line of wolves coming down in this area. Many of them. You can see that there's about to be 4 more coming around the bend any moment now. You can see that from your height up there. And you can also see some ogres behind the trail of that, and behind the trail of that, you see a giant. Yeah, up from your vantage point up there, you can see they're all following down this creek bed into here. And the seek wall is following the wolves. The wolves are first. There's lots of them. What would you like to do, Rashik?
How I'm reading Wall of Fire, by the way.
Yeah, it's a badass spell. I used it against the giants in the 1E version that I played a couple sessions in before it kind of fell apart. Fucking A. I mean, I'm just telling you, put a wall of fire up where all those giants are coming out of the main room.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, fuck them, right? Wall of ice, wall of fire. There we go. Concentration, 120 feet. Up to a minute it lasts. You create a wall of fire on a solid surface within range. You can put it against the creek bed. It's only like, let's say, I want to think it's 10 feet wide creek bed with a seat size. That's just how I'm picturing it. I know you wanted really bottlenecked, but I think that's pretty bottlenecked as it is.
Well, that's actually very bottlenecked. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it still allows 2 to travel at the same time. But still. You create a wall of fire on a solid surface in that area, 60 feet long, 20 feet high, 20 foot high wide, 1 foot thick. So, or a ringed wall up to 20 feet in diameter. Opaque and lasts with the duration. When the wall appears, Each creature within this area must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes some damage, or half as much damage on a successful save. One side of the wall selected by you when you cast a spell deals 5d8 fire damage to any creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side. Creature takes the same damage when it ends its turn, or as it goes through the wall. I'll tell you what's going to happen real quick with that wall of fire. Those dogs are not going to go through it. They are going to fuck this.
Yeah.
What would be like the best way for me to lay that spell down? Just straight down the creek? Like off to the side so that everyone gets cooked in it?
Ah, okay. You don't want to put a barrier between you and them. You just want to put it on the side. And that is exactly what I did at one point in time, too. I was like, no, I don't want a barrier. I want to put it down the side so that as they come through the corridor.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can put it 60 feet long. Do you want to get any ogres or giants, or you just want to fuck with the dogs?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting some ogres and giants because I think they're safe there farther in the back. I kind of wouldn't mind.
Alright, I want to go with there's 10 feet space between each of these creatures as they're going through. So just to get the back giant, and then 10 feet ogre, 10 feet ogre, that's 20, 30 feet for the third ogre. And then 2 more dogs, 40 feet. 2 more dogs for a total of 4 dire wolves, 50 feet. 6 dire wolves, 3 ogres, and a hill giant, all within the 60-foot range if you want to ladle it down the side of the ravine. And it's a 10-foot thing, so they are within it. The damaging part of it. It's
Yeah.
a fucking lot of saving throws.
So whoever is within the area of effect will have to make a DC dex save of 17. So I'm up there in the sky, and I just see them walking in this line, and I just think, lay down this line of fire, just.
They have a dogs. The direwolves have a +2 dexterity saving throw. So, one makes it of the first 2. The second 2 fail. 5 and 6 both fail. Ogre. I'll just roll all 3 ogres at the same time. I know they don't have a dexterity. Oh, 1 makes it. 18 on the die roll. Okay, so we have 1 ogre making it, and 1 out of 5 dire wolves making it, and then the sub chief fails as well.
What's the damage on that?
Yeah, what's your damage, man?
Not great. 21 points of fire damage.
Okay, so let's see here. 1 made it, so 1 only takes 10 from the dogs. You say 21?
Correct. 21, 10 for half.
And these are the ending ones. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. Oh. Well, shit. Then I just fucked that up. Okay. 21, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dire wolves. Damage taken. Okay, 1 of them make their saving throw. The others will have that many hit points remaining. And the sub chief, how many hit points does that bastard have? Because he's got 21 less. Oh, that's the ogre section. There we go. That's the giant section of the book. And he has, well, he's still got some hit points. Duh, right? All right, so you just fucked them up. And when does it occur on them? At the start of their turn? At the end of their turn?
It sounds like that it's going to be on the beginning of their turn, but you can look it up.
One side of the wall selected by you when you cast a spell, fire a creature within 10 feet or inside the wall. A creature takes the same damage when it enters the wall for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there. Okay. Rashik just fucked up some shit. Is that anything else for you, Rashik? You okay with your placement?
I'm gonna fly closer to where Lone Hunter is shooting arrows from.
Okay, you want to still be over his head, 45 feet? How high?
Yeah,
above
I'm not dropping in altitude. I'm just going over in that direction.
Okay, so you're directly overhead of where you last saw Lone Hunter.
Yeah.
All right. Serena, what would you like to do? You're still on the ground.
Well, I think at this point, since he's just cast a wall of fire over everyone,
I'm saying you can hear it, but you can't see it. He has a bird's eye view and can see overhead. The big is where people are coming from.
So,
the ones that come around the bend. So
I still think that's probably.
Well, they're 20-foot high flames, so.
Okay, you can probably see the flames coming up over the sides.
Well, how many wolves are in the area where we are right now?
You can see there are 3. One of them is staring into space still. One is directly in melee with Atreus, and the other one is standing relatively right next to him, and not technically in melee yet.
Okay. How far away are the one in melee and the one that's not in melee from each
other? No, you have a while to go, Steve. Just FYI, you don't go after Rashik, you go after the wolves. What were you saying?
Oh, thank God! I'll be back.
How close are the wolf in melee with him and the wolf to each other?
Okay.
How close are they?
They're real close. They're within 5 feet of each other.
Okay. I'm gonna move up.
They're there. He's just technically only in melee with one. What was that?
To the one that he's in melee with.
All right.
And I'm going to. Huh?
What about the one that he's in melee with? I'm sorry.
I'm gonna walk up to it. I assume I've already got my rapiers out at this point because
fair enough.
We're setting an ambush. And I'm going to attack with my +1 rapier and cast Green Flame Blade on the on that one.
All right, roll it.
That is a 19 to hit.
That will hit. They're wolves.
All right. He take the one that I hit takes D8 3d8 plus 4 piercing. D8 plus 4 piercing damage and 2d8 fire damage, and the one within 5 feet of it takes 2d8 plus 4 fire damage.
All right.
I don't know if it matters what the damage type is, but that's
they're wolves.
So the one that I hit. So that is
I've returned.
Cool.
17 points of damage total for the first one.
Okay. He is still alive.
And the second one takes 14 points of damage.
Oh wow, almost as much. Anything else for you?
No.
All right. So, not in sight of you. I'm going to go through and sub-chief.
Are they making their saves for the wall?
That's what I'm going to. I wasn't. I was just skipping the thing until they got into, sight. But now I'm like, okay, what's he going to do? He's going to run, but how can he? Can he really run past the ogres? I mean, he does have movement, but this is getting, I'm going to say he's making a save. He will move significantly up, but he will still end his turn in that area. Even if he dashed, I mean, he could, but it's getting past the ogres, which is going to be difficult. So he's making a save because he's going to end his turn by it. And he's going to fail. You want to use the same damage just over and over again? Or you want to roll a different one?
No, I'm gonna roll. I'm rolling here.
All right. I'll use this for the rest of them, though, as they're moving.
26 points of fire damage.
Fuck him, right? Take that fire damage. Wow. He's fucked up. All right. Next up would be the dogs. Now, the dogs, however, are going to be able to get out of the fire and not end, the direwolves, and not end their turn there. In the interim, let me look at pack tactics real quick. Do they have to attack the same guy?
They have to be within 5 feet of each other.
They have to be within 5 feet of each other to get it?
Yeah.
All right. So that means that they can each attack each of them and still have advantage. The wolf has advantage on an attack roll against a creature if at least one of the wolf's allies is within 5 feet of the creature.
Oh, the creature. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. That works. All right. They can each attack Atreus and...
It's kind of like a monster sneak attack type roll.
And Serena and still have advantage. And they're going to miss at you, Atreus, as he goes and leaps for your throat. And they're going to miss you as well, Serena, as he goes and leaps to your throat. And you will see 4 more wolves.
Does he land out of my melee range?
He does not.
Ah.
And you will see 4 more wolves now enter around the thing and come into melee. No, they won't be in melee with you. They'll be back behind them, ready to take their spot. So you have 2 back-to-back, one on Serena and one on Atreus. And then right behind each of those, you have 2 wolves and 2 more wolves in this narrow ravine with the creek running underneath your feet. But they can't quite get to you until something happens with the 2 wolves in front of them that you're each in melee with. So that is now... And the wolf is still just standing back there, staring in the fucking nothingness.
Nice. All right. Is it my turn?
It is your turn now.
Nice. Okay. So we still got the 2 that are by us, by me and
Yep. And there are 4 more coming into the ravine.
Yeah. 4 more directly behind those.
Can't deal with those guys just yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit the guy in front of me. How the hell is he still alive? All right, so yeah, I'm gonna hit him with my Warhammer.
If you're familiar with me, then I can cast Fireball next turn because I get all 5 or 6.
Cool. 17 to hit.
That will hit the wolf.
All right, so that is 1d8 plus 1d8 radiant damage for the improved divine smite.
Love that ability.
Yes. All right. That's going to be 9. Hold on. No, well, 4 radiant.
Uh-huh.
5 plus 4 is 9.
So 13
So
total.
what was that?
13 total.
Yes.
You have slain the wolf.
Yeah. Yeah. He just so I just like kind of slice him in half, and then you see the flames of Zariel just fucking take him, just and then I'm going to try and melee with the next dog as well.
Do you want to get the one that's on Serena, or you want to move forward a spot to take the wolf's place that you have slain and attack one of the back rows?
Shit. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna start working on the ones that are coming in.
All right, so you want to step up forward and take that dead wolf spot?
Yeah.
All right, I'm okay with it.
All right. No, the way you were saying it was like, are you sure that you want to invoke attack of opportunity?
No attack of opportunity. You're just moving 5 feet up.
All right, cool. So yeah, so on the next one, that's going to be 14 natural.
That'll hit.
All right. Okay, and then that's another. Oh wow, another 4 radiant and max damage on the D8 for regular damage.
Awesome.
For what is that? 8 plus 4 is 12. Yeah, so 12.
16 total.
16 total. Yes.
All right. Yeah, and it doesn't matter about damage types. These are like giants and ogres and wolves.
Oh no, that's cool. I just want to, keep track of it for myself, honestly.
Okay, dog, yeah. Oh, forgot to mention the ogres when they went by. Some of them took significant damage. They're not looking so good. At the wall fire. Wow.
I even put to the side 2 D8s for my radiant damage. One's blue and one is clear. And I believe that's my turn.
All right. Lone Hunter.
All right, Lone Hunter. He sees these other wolves coming on in, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And there's how many in front of the Tin Can Man with the tail?
Total of 5. One is immediately to his right in melee with Serena, and then there are 4 more, that he can only reach 2, because you're in the narrow cliffs. So it's kind of think of as you're in a corridor or something.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
So he's got one to his right, one directly in front of him, one catty corner to his right, and then behind that are 2 more. But he can't reach. They can't reach him because of.
Yeah, there's one that he was attacking in front of him.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
And one right next to that he didn't attack.
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to attack. I'm going to shoot arrows at the one he didn't attack.
Okay.
As far as that. And let's see here. That'll be a 15.
That will
and hit. A 18.
That will hit as well.
And
you can get your sneak because he is technically still within 5 feet of that guy.
That's why I was asking the questions like I did.
Yeah.
All right. And right there. And there. And there. All righty. Tidy. That's 11, 15, 18, 19, 23, 28 points of damage.
God damn. You almost fell that dire wolf. with the arrows in him.
And then he's gonna, on his uncanny action, he'll pop back down and hide someplace close.
All right, roll it.
Ah, he ain't doing too good on that one. That's a 13. That's so I can keep track.
They smell you.
I keep popping up, so it makes sense.
Okay. Rashid, you can look down now and you will see that all the ogres are past that area, and the hill giant, the sub chief, wearing splint armor, by the way. Very, very snazzy dress. He's almost past the wall of fire as well, too, now. But they all got singed up pretty fucking good.
So,
but they're almost all the way through it. You're like, they're not going to their turn anymore. Up. Like 40 some, almost 50 points of damage to the giant. Almost 50 points to two of the ogres. One of them made it save at one point in time. The wolves that are about ready to show up are all going to be singed on their turn, too.
how far away is the sub chief?
I was planning on having him show up in 2 more rounds. The rest of the wolves will show up on this round. The ogres will show up the round after. The old giant will show up the round after that. So that far. Let's just say that's 120 feet away. 3 rounds of regular movement without dashing.
I am going to fly 30 feet closer.
Okay.
I'm still 45 feet up.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to take a readied action with a spell. When he gets within 60 feet of me, and I know I'm like 45 feet up, so there's like triangle math.
Oh, God.
But whenever you think that he's within 60 feet range, the sub chief, let me know, and I'm going to cast a heat metal spell on him.
Okay. Oh, it won't be this round when he moves. It'll be the next round. Because, like I said, 40 feet each time. It'll be 80 this time.
Okay. Well, then for this round, I'm going to cast another create bonfire.
Down on some ogres or?
Yeah, like on the first ogre. Make him think twice.
Question: do you lose your concentration on
the wall of fire?
Fire.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because he said that it's pretty much useless at this point.
Fucking right, nimble ass ogre. 19 on the die.
Oh. Okay, well he made it. So then I'm done.
Okay. That would be Rashid. Next up would be Serena. What you want to do? You have a wolf in melee with you, and then more stacking behind it. And while you're still within 5 feet of Atreus, he is now moved up to the dead wolf's spot. What would you like to do, Serena?
Okay. I'm gonna attack the wolf that I'm in melee with.
All right. Roll it.
19.
Yep, that'll hit.
For 9 damage.
All right. I believe that since you took the attack action here, you have.
Yep, I have an extra attack. Yeah.
Yeah, and you have your bonus offhand if you want to.
20 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
For 12 damage.
Oh. Barely
All right. And bonus action attack. $19.
Would you like to describe your kill?
Yep, I think he goes to try and bite for my neck again. I I dug down underneath and stab both rapiers through his head.
And he lies down on the ground. Anything else for you? Blood oozes down your rapiers. Wolf's bane. Anything else?
I'm gonna move backwards slightly to the creek.
Okay. How far back would you like to move?
I think we'll just go up to the creek. No, not into it, just up to it.
Well, I mean, you're kind of the way I'm picturing it at the moment is you're kind of almost in the creek now. There's like a high, like 10, 15
Okay,
foot
I'll just say
only 10 feet
I'll
wide.
just stay where I am then.
And the creek's not deep. It's just more of a ankle thing.
Okay. I'll just stay where I am then.
All right, stay where you are.
Yep.
Okie dokie doggy daddy. That would be.
How far is Serena from me?
Since she stayed where she is 5 feet behind you to the back and to your right.
Okay, cool. Just make sure. This way I can use protection, just in case.
Okay.
Yep.
Sub chief.
I know how this works. I put a power jet and sit within 10 feet of you at all times.
Wolves? Alright, wolves. The one to your right is going to well, I suppose he's not leaving your attack range. He's not leaving your threat range, so no attack of opportunity, but he will run up and he won't have advantage because he doesn't have an ally within 5 feet of the target. So he will still try to bite at Serena. Well, that will just miss Serena.
Protection!
And that will still just miss Serena.
All right.
Now, there will be one of the ones in the back that will move up to replace him, so you will still have another one directly to your ahead and right. And they will both bite at you, Atreus, with advantage. And that will be a fail. Thank God he had advantage, or else it would have been a 1. And the one that moved up to his space, he will hit you. Oh, no, you have 20 with your shield, right?
Yep.
That will miss you. And then the rest of the wolves will fill up. And these look quite singed. And they're all filled up, just a line of wolves behind these people, behind these wolves. You see wolves just coming, and they're howling, and they're snarling. And then the ogres will move up and not end their turn on the wall and be almost about ready to come around the corner on the next thing. Atreus, what would you like to do?
All right.
You see just wolves, just packed wolves. Just fucking goddamn, where did these all come from?
All right, so we're talking how many wolves are in front of me right now?
There are a lot, but technically only in melee there is one directly in front of you, one in front of you to your right that you can hit and it can hit, and one to your side. To your right on your side that you could hit.
Okay, so we're talking
without a melee range, and you can't unless you want to climb over the wall of wolves or something.
So wait, we're talking how many? 4?
There are 3 within your easy melee range.
Okay.
And there are many more. I'll give you a total real quick here if you want. Besides the one just staring at the fucking nothing, just standing there staring. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Right. Fireball next turn.
Jesus. All right. So here's what's going to happen. I am going to cast Searing Smite Which is a
You just make an attack with that.
Yeah,
You can.
it's a bonus action.
You can make your attack first and wait until after it to see if you're going to use that or not.
Just listen. It's a bonus action, right?
No, it's part of your attack action.
Again,
right.
hold on. Again, right? It's more for the flavor of it, like
Okay, sure.
So yeah, I close my eyes, and you see my my sword, or not my sword, my warhammer. The hammer becomes this pale, hot, searing type of heated metal, and I swing at the first dog in front of me.
Okay.
For a natural 10 plus.
You're over +4.
8.
You'll hit.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then so that will end up being 1d6. Okay, 1d6, 1d8, and another d8. Oh shit. Okay. Come on, Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. All right. 6 points of radiant. 2 points of bludgeoning, with another 4 points to that, so that's going to be 6. So that's 12 so far, and then 2 points of fire damage, and then he must make a At the start of his next turn, he'll have to make a Constitution save, or take. Oh wait, that's. Oh yeah, okay. Or take another d6 of fire damage. I was about to say. I thought it was 2d6, but yes, another d6 of fire damage.
He is still barely up. Anything else for you?
Yeah, I'm gonna attack again.
Oh, okay.
And then
Same one.
oh, critical 20.
Okay, so that's a dead wolf.
All right. And yeah, that's my turn.
Oh, he has 7 hit points. So that's like 2d8 radiant, 2d8 sword damage or hammer damage plus your strength and stuff like that. So it's 4d8 plus your modifier. Yeah, he's a dead freaking full on one.
Wow. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I rolled out of curiosity.
There's
It was
now
pretty high.
there's now a space in front of you if you'd like to move forward. But that would take you, 10 feet away from Serena.
I'll say, come with me if you want to live, and I move up.
You advance up again into that one's space. Okay. Ooh, they can now get around. Ooh. All right. That's it for you, Lone Hunter. What would you like to do?
Lone Hunter will go ahead and shoot 2 arrows at the wolf that would be in front of our tin can man.
All right. That wolf is singed, just FYI.
That wolf's what?
He is
Singed.
badly singed.
Oh, okay. All right, that'd be a 15.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And that'd be a 26.
That will hit as well.
And let's see here. Kind of big numbers.
No whammies.
8, 10, 15, 19, 22 points of damage.
Falls to the ground. He had already been badly singed.
Okay. And Lone Hunter will duck back down to hide, or try to, with a 20 stealth.
It's pretty significant. All right, Rashik.
I kind of changed my mind from the heat metal. 20 feet up, like between us and the bad guys, 20 feet up from my companion that's closest to them.
Okay.
Here, because you know what the thing is, I would like to cast Spike Growth.
Oh.
That's a 20-foot radius from a point I choose.
Yeah. So you want it to come up just to the feet of Atreus.
Pretty much.
But not include him.
Right.
All right.
And when people pass through it, it's first of all, it's difficult terrain.
Yeah.
And when people pass through it, they take 2d4 points of piercing damage for every 5 feet they cross through it.
Fucking shit.
So that's 20-foot radius. It's 40 feet diameter.
Yeah, that's
8, so it'd be
feet.
16 die 4 for anyone who wants to go through it. From one end to the other for like the most extreme people. Yeah, you're reading it, I hope. And it's 150-foot range.
Yeah. Okay, so right up to the edge of his feet, Atreus' feet. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wolves are still in that area. And there's just 2 that are equal or past them. Remember, everybody else. So that's 6 wolves, so that's 15 feet of just wolves. Since there's 6 of them stacked up, 2 by 2. So that's 3 rows of wolves. That's 15 feet. That's 35 more feet beyond that. And so, as I mentioned, the bin was 40 feet away from the original thing. He has moved up 10 feet. So that's 30 feet from him. So that's another 15 feet behind that. So to even get to the bin, they're going to have to go through 10 feet to even get to the bend area to see you. Okay. And then they'll move as they move. Alright. Wow. Anything else for you there, Richie?
Maybe I'll fly 30 feet back closer to my friends again. That way. And that's it. I'm done.
Okay. Serena.
All right. I want to cast Fireball. How many wolves can I get with that?
Give me an intelligence check, because at the moment you only see there are 8 wolves in sight, but one of them is directly in front of you, and so that would definitely include Atreus in that fireball.
Okay, I'll roll an intelligence.
All
right. 23.
You can get all 6 of them directly in front of Atreus.
I shall do that.
All right. That is 6 dexterity saving throws.
I'll get my D6 there.
One fails with a 1. Oh, 2 make. 2 of the first 3 make. some nimble wolves. And then we have 3 fail on the next set of 3. So that is 2 makes and 4 fails.
Okay, so I'm going to use Fireball once. How much damage is 3rd level?
At what level?
3rd level.
8d6.
Okay.
He's going to be a fail.
Okay.
I've been waiting forever to make up a lizard folk.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know. They don't appeal to me for some reason.
31 points of damage.
The ones that made it live!
I'm very nostalgic about the old Fiend Folio. So.
I love the Fiend Folio. I have one, you know.
Yeah.
Lizard folk were in the Fiend Folio? I thought they were in the Monster Manual.
I thought it was a Fiend Folio for some reason. Yeah, I could be wrong. But it seemed to me that they were in an odd book. I'm
4 of them. Yeah, 4 of them die. Just
yay!
Explosion takes. 2 of them happen to live. The 2 in the front live, but they are not looking good at all. And they're snarling and raging. Okay. Next up will be Sub-Chief. He will come just right near that area, but not quite to it. Next up will be wolves. Okay, so the 2 wolves that are still alive directly in front of you, Atreus, will each try to attack you. They need a 16 or better. They will have advantage. The first one fails miserably. The second one fails miserably as well. Now, the one will move up and the one that was beside you, Atreus, will move up to attack Serena and will thus provoke an attack of opportunity from you if you want.
You got it. Yep. Another quick question. What happened to the one that was
Oh, that motherfucker.
incapacitated?
Thank you for reminding me. He failed his saving throw.
You just
automatically.
Megatron.
He's incapacitated.
Okay. All right. That's going to be 9. Shit. That's a natural 9, but I'm trying to put the math together because math.
You're plus 17. You hit.
All right. Cool. Okay. So that will be. Okay, 3 radiant and 3 plus 4, 7 bludgeoning, 3 radiant.
10 total.
Yep.
All right, and that will leave now.
You're Megatroning.
That will be a miss, and that will be a miss as well. Wow, a 2 and a 3 with advantage on the second one. They are not looking well either. Ogre's turn. They're going to move 10 feet through your ship. Rishi.
Okay, so I'll be 44. I'll roll it because I want to.
They come around the bend to show up now.
Well, multiple dice.
Oh, shit.
A total of 7 piercing.
Oh, okay. They survived. After all the wall fire damage, I actually thought it was possible that they would die marching forward on their deaths.
Probably could have rolled a little bit better, but oh well.
They all come around the corner. And you know what they're going to do? The range on this. They're going to walk
quick
around the
question.
corner and kill people. Yeah.
Quick question.
No.
Do racial spells count against your spell slots or no?
They do not.
No, it's
Okay.
once a long rest, I believe, for racial spells.
Okay, so then, all right, thank you.
Yeah, those are in addition to. All right. They have 2 targets because you're a little too high for them to throw their javelins at successfully. So, let me see here. Call high or low, Atreus. All right, Serena, call high or low.
High.
2 will fight, so will throw their javelins at Atreus. Oh, and 1 will hit you, Atreus. And the remaining third one, Ogre, will throw his javelin at and just suck at it as he throws it at Serena, and just fail miserably. Wow, these guys are not doing well at all. Oh, that's 11 points of piercing damage, as one of them does get a hold of you, Atreus. You take some damage.
Okay.
Oh my God.
You know, shit. You know what I just realized? I didn't calculate the damage that I took from that original dog.
Oh, I think you did like 11 points of damage to you or something.
Okay, thank you.
I'll just give you the average real quick. I'll look it up. Dire Wolf average damage is 10.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so that would be them. Atreus, it is now your turn. You have 2 badly wounded dire wolves in front of you. Behind you now, you see 2 attacking Serena, and then just coming around the corner, you see 3 ogres.
Okay.
And their feet are bloody. Their sides are all like melted and sunburned.
Okay.
Fucked up looking.
Serena, I'm assuming Serena's doing pretty good by herself.
She does not be injured.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go and meat shield and try to attack these ogres head on. Oh shit, no, there's a
You still have 2 wolves directly in front of you in melee with you.
yeah, and I also realized I also thought about the fact that there's spikes coming up out of the ground. Okay.
Perception check to see. You might not notice.
Damn.
Have a good point. But I'm gonna go ahead and attack the dogs that I do see.
Yeah, those you'd have to get past them first to be able to walk into the spike growth, though.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and attack the first one with a natural 16.
That will hit. Describe your death to your dog.
All right. Yeah.
If you had 32 instead of 31 points with the fireball, they would all be dead. Because you did 31, and so they're still alive.
Yeah. So yeah, I just heave my warhammer back as far as my arm will take it, and just come down hard on the top of his head, crushing his skull under the weight of my warhammer. And then I'm gonna do like a flavored spin and attack the other one next to it.
All right.
Like using that momentum, that downward momentum, to come back around and hit that one too. Oh. Oh shit! So what happens?
Oh, you rolled a 1?
Oh yeah, I did.
Comedic description I don't like.
Oh,
like,
okay.
hit your ally or hit yourself or anything like that. Just you look stupid doing it.
All right,
All
cool.
right,
So
you saw the area as it was being cast. You see it.
okay.
You see the spikes. So yes, because you saw the area when the spell was cast. But if you hadn't seen it, if you're just coming along in it, like the fucking ogres and the sub chief, you don't notice.
Okay.
Or the spike girls. Alright, yeah, so alright, one dead, one still alive. Lone Hunter.
All right, Lone Hunter. How far away are the ogres?
They are still 30 feet away from Atreus, 45, 50 feet away from you.
Okay, Lone Hunter will take and zero in on the one in the middle.
All right.
He will cast Hunter's Mark on that one.
All right.
And I have, do I have advantage on my shots?
They do not see him.
All right. So for the first ones will be, that's a 20 for the first one on dirty.
Okay.
And the second one, ooh.
Yeah, you're shooting them both. I'm gonna go ahead and let you roll damage for the first guy before you decide if you want to fire 2 arrows at the motherfucker.
Okay. Then advantage, Hunter's Mark.
Don't roll ones.
I did on the arrow, but that gets a 2 to it. So there's 3, 8, 11 points of damage on the first arrow.
He falls to the ground. Water splashes all over the place. His feet are bloody as fuck. His side is badly singed all over the place. Ogre fall face first.
Okay.
Attack number 2. You want the one on the right or the one on the left?
The one on the right.
All right.
And that'll be a 22.
That will hit. They are ogres. They are super easy.
Yeah. And that will. Oh, he doesn't have Hunter's Mark on him.
Hunter's Mark or sneak attack because you only get it once per round.
Yep.
On one arrow. But still.
3 points of damage.
He lives. What's his dexterity modifier?
2.
Okay. So you roll a 1. All right. He lives.
Yeah. Yes, I did. There we go with that. But and Lone Hunter will pop back down and hide.
Roll it.
28.
Fucking disappear from existence. Rashik. You can tell that the sub chief is about ready to, from your point of view, come around the corner and appear into their view. And yeah, in which case you're like gleefully rubbing your hands together, going, "Yes, please step forward."
Well, you know what? I don't know, because this spike growth is kind of working good.
I'm just telling you, those ogres aren't moving forward anymore. They are, fuck this. I'm just telling you, you can roll ones, and the one with the arrow sticking out of it would not survive if you took a step forward.
How about this? No, that's a damn concentration spell. I kind of don't want to drop my spike growth.
I'm blind.
For me? And
I want to just say fuck bonfire, and I'll never use it as a concentration spell, but just the cantrip to fuck somebody up. I'll allow that. Because I agree with you, as a concentration, it's just crazy.
and the sad thing is, like, if I cast that, I lose concentration.
No, that's what I say. I won't do it.
And I was actually thinking about that because my choice of cantrips
And we can just use a
is not very good.
One round.
It's not very good.
It can be your Sacred Flame, your just, one round. Here's the damage, boom.
If you want, but I kind of feel bad about changing because that's part of the game, is that it's concentration. So I gotta figure out a way around it. Now the problem is for my cantrips, I took Create Bonfire, which is concentration, so I don't want to lose my other concentration. Mold Earth kind of does nothing. I took it just...
Utilitarian.
Yeah. I just took it. Poison Spray, which is 10 feet.
Yeah.
Shillelagh, which is melee. Oh, there's one. No.
No.
Yeah, this one's with 5 feet within me.
Oh.
And you know what? Dodge action. Done.
Fair
Sorry
enough.
for taking all that time, but yeah, dodge action.
You could, got a crossbow or something.
Okay, do you want the one that's hurt? I'll fucking whip a dart at him.
The ogre, a wolf, what?
One of the ogres.
Alright.
Yeah.
What's the range? I think maybe a disadvantage. But they're also ogres and not hard to hit.
Okay, I'm gonna look. Dart?
It's 2060.
Yeah, it would be disadvantage.
Okay.
That's why I throw a javelin at you, because you're a little too high above them.
12?
12 hits a fucking ogre.
Five points of damage.
He's dead. Oh, with a dart in his eye.
Yeah.
Reaches up, pulls the dart out, pulls his whole eye out with it. Blood's pouring out. He's looking. He's like blinking. Blood's pouring out of it, and then he just falls over unconscious.
And it was a very primitive looking dart. It was made with actually it looks like it's made out of some sort of giant quill or spine from some sort of animal with the fletchings on it and some added weight.
Oh, that's a Khomeini saber dart. Right.
And I'm done.
Serena.
How many wolves are left? I mean,
There
actually,
are still
I'm gonna do a ray of frost at one of the ogres.
Alright, I think you'll still have a disadvantage because you are within melee of the creature. But there are two
Oh,
wolves.
I'm in melee with something?
Yes, there are two wolves in melee with you. One in melee with
Alright, I'm gonna just get attacked with it.
Alright. You want to attack one of the wolves in front of you?
Yeah.
Alright.
Uh, 25.
That will definitely hit a wolf.
That is 12 points of damage.
Wolf falls down the ground.
Second attack. on another one of the wolves.
Alright.
Natural 20.
That will miss. Oh, fucking with you. I just critted, and that misses the wolf. Oh, you fucking kidding me? Alright.
That is 18 points of damage.
No! You managed to fell both wolves in front of you.
All right.
Anything else for you? There's one wolf left remaining that is 10 feet in front of you in melee with Atreus.
Then
There's one over.
I'm gonna move 10.
Huh?
I'm gonna move 10 feet and attack that last one with a bonus action.
Oh, okay. That's right. You do have a bonus action attack offhand. Roll it.
21.
And he had 1 hit point left.
Yep, I stab him. He dies.
14 dead wolves lay piled up in this area, and because you were present and saw the spell being cast, you know that if you were to take 1 step further, it may hurt.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else for you?
Can I take cover behind the dead wolves?
I'll say you can fall prone behind a wolf, and that will be covered. Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Yeah, fall prone. That'll work. All right.
I mean, you said piles of dead wolves, so I assume there was
There are 14
there was
wolves
cover.
in this area.
And you're prone. So you have
No.
they have disadvantage to attack you
Yeah,
with the
range
range
attack.
weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
All right.
doesn't that stop his blade song?
I've not done it yet.
He's not blade singing. And I don't think falling prone does. You have to be incapacitated or something. All right. So, Sub-Chief is going to finally make the move around the bend. That will be at least 10 feet of ouchies.
Okay, I want to roll 10 feet again.
Yeah.
Sum of 8 points of piercing.
All right. 8. That's not Max's.
And it's difficult terrain.
Yes, that used 20 feet of his movement.
Yeah.
And then in his flint mail armor, he will reach into his bag and pick up a rock and cast it at the one block. Ooh, he's got 2 viable targets. Call high or low, Rashik.
Low.
What is Rashik's armor class?
18.
I can't tell what that die is. I'm picking up another die. I rolled a dice to see if I hit you, and I could not tell what it is. But the one I picked up, a rock goes flying by your head. Whoa. Missing you, Rashik.
Yay.
One remaining ogre will throw a javelin at Atreus because that's the only viable target he has. And a javelin goes flying over your head, Atreus.
Phew.
It is now your turn.
All right, and
Only one ogre and one hill giant, wearing split mail armor. The hill giant is come over the around the corner. Finally, they are both extremely badly singed, looking from their feet.
okay, Misty Step. I'm gonna Misty Step. How far you said they are? Both of them? Which one is closer?
I'd already denoted that they are 30 feet from you, from the
Okay.
of the spike
All
growth,
right, that's
the
fine.
angles of things.
Misty Step is
Yeah.
30 feet exactly.
There's 30 feet of spike growth between you and them.
Yeah.
Oh, holy hell.
So you can misty step right there. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. So yeah. So I misty step to the other side of the spikes.
Well, you can't get to the other side of the spike growth, but you can get in it. And yeah, they had to walk through it.
It's 20-foot radius, 40 feet across, and you can misty step 30 feet.
Yeah, so you're.
And that's exactly where they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can misty step
So-
exactly either one of them you want.
Okay.
But spike growth. They had to walk 10 feet through it to get to it.
All right. So then, yeah. So I misty step. And I'm gonna go after the giant.
All right.
And I already used a bonus action, so can't do anything else. So yeah, misty step to him, to the giant. And then I'm going to attack one time first with a natural 16.
Your +8 to hit. That will hit.
Yep. All right. So that will be. Oh, nice. Max damage on the regular hit. So 12 plus 5 radiant.
17. That's attack number 1.
Yeah, and then I go ahead and hit again. I'll use a different die this time. I don't want to not get lucky. And that's going to be a natural 4 plus 8.
That will miss.
All right.
If you want to go Thaco style, your number is 9. That's how we played back in the old day with Thaco. We figured out what number we needed. We didn't have to roll or add things like, oh, I need a 9 to hit his armor class. All right, that's rolling a 9 or better. That's how we did it.
That sounds complicated.
Always subtract algebra, or always subtract armor class from Thaco.
You roll a d20. Did I get a 9 or better? I hit. How's that freaking complicated?
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
you go.
And that's honestly it. Always subtract armor class from Thaco.
Yeah.
All right. That doesn't sound that complicated.
It's just a roundabout way of looking at it. It is
There's
definitely.
you have to take an extra step,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
which isn't really necessary.
But once you figured out the number, there is no math or anything involved in each roll of adding it to your die roll. You're just like, oh, I know what number I need, and did I hit that or better? You know.
Mm-hmm.
But to get to that is a little more complicated.
Well,
Okay.
they inverted it, so as a player, you had to re-invert it first.
Oh.
Like
It's
it was
definitely-
just an unnecessary step.
I hate when people use the word intuitive, but this one is definitely not intuitive. Thaco was not intuitive.
No.
All right, Lone Hunter.
This portion of Gaming with Darth Walker brought to you in part by TSR.
Thaco.
Dude, I started with Red Box. Loved it. Red Box basic. Lone Hunter.
Lone Hunter will move. How far is the sub chief from Lone Hunter?
He would be like 50 feet away from you or so. He is standing right next to the ogre, and fuck it, he doesn't really feel like taking another step.
Okay. Lone Hunter's moving as a bonus action, moving his hunter's mark and putting it onto him. And then popping up, and he's going to take 2 shots at him.
All right.
A 12 for the first.
That will plank off his splint mail armor.
And a 28 for the second.
That will go right through it.
Okay. And I get that. I get my sneak attack and my hunter's mark. So let's see here.
all that damage.
10, 15, 17 points of damage.
Just FYI, you did have advantage on that first shot that I forgot to mention.
Yeah,
If you'd like to retry it, or if you did it, or
I missed 6, so 17 plus 6 is
23.
Yeah, 23.
Yeah, that one.
No, that was on the damage on that one arrow.
Okay.
Yeah, and on that first one for there, it'd be a 24.
That will hit then.
Okay.
You only use your sneak on one arrow, but you'll still get the.
We already got. Yeah. So he'll get an additional from the other arrow. 10, 14 points of damage. And
will this guy even have a second action? Probably not.
There we go. That's my bonus action, my 2 attacks, and my. Oh, I can't do that. I'm stuck. Oh, that sucks.
You want to run up to him?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about the spikes because my land stride gives me some protection on that.
It wouldn't be difficult terrain, would it?
No, it's not.
It still hurt.
Well,
Yeah, it might be natural too.
yeah, but I'm not doing that. I was going to go ahead and use my uncanny action, but I can't because I moved the hunter's mark.
Yeah, you used the hunter's mark.
So I'm done. I'm standing there. Free action. I'm gonna howl at him and say, "Come get me, puny one."
You can see he looks around at all his dead wolves just lying on the ground and blood and burnt and the smell of burnt fur. A tear roll down his face. So, Rashik, what would you like to do?
Oh, sorry, I was
Contemplating.
Yeah, I was stuck with that image of that tear. That's but I'm lizard blooded. I'm lizard blooded. So what I think I'm gonna do is, because I do have a companion in melee with him.
You do?
That I'm gonna now I'll cast Create Bonfire underneath him. Because my concentration will be gone. Spike growth will be gone.
He fails his dexterity saving throw.
Nice. Do I need to make one too?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
He could easily put it at his back feet or something. He's huge. He is technically huge. He is 12 to 13 feet tall.
Yeah, it's a 5-foot cube. So.
Yeah. I think because he's huge, technically he should take up 3 by 3 squares or something.
I believe so.
Yeah. He is fucking massive.
That 1d8.
I think they should have giant heights instead of just saying they used to.
Okay, 16 points of fire damage.
He lives.
And I'm gonna cast a first. How is it? Range 60 feet. I want to move closer to the tiefling. So that I get within 60 feet if I can.
Sure.
And cast a healing word.
Thanks.
Roll it.
What is a healing word?
Pardon me?
What word do you use to heal?
Mama likes scotch.
You're too young to be food. Live on.
Awesome.
Oh, not very good, but 6 hit points.
And Mike, you're right. A huge creature is 15 by 15. A large is 10 by 10.
Yeah. So he is fucking massive.
Thank you.
6 hit points you heal there, Tiefling. Not a whole lot, but done. I'm done.
All right. Serena, there is an ogre and a hill giant 30 feet away from you. You know that the ground surrounding between you is spike growth. However, would you notice it going away? Would you notice it? Notice that it was there when it was spelled. So I want to say, since you noticed you were there when the spell was cast, you can see that it's different.
Okay.
I'll say that you can tell that there's no more spike growth now. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have the mobile feet, so I can move up to 40 feet. So can I get to the ogre?
You can get.
Then I move up to the ogre, and I cast my green flame blade on him.
All right, roll your to hit.
18.
That will hit the ogre.
Okay, and it will also hit the giant because
he is standing next to the ogre.
Yeah.
Does it hit me?
No, don't worry.
I think you can control who it hits, right? Or something.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah, I can.
Can't be a friend or something.
Yeah, I get to choose who it hits. I choose not to hit my paladin friend.
Okay.
At 24 points on the ogre.
He lives. I knew the ogre would survive longer.
And 16 on the giant.
The sub-chief who never got a name falls to the ground as fire erupts from him.
What was that his name in giant?
He falls to the ground. Oh! Water splashes up in the air from the creek. He's face down, blood, and just flame. His face and flesh are all melted. Anything else for you?
Serena wishes she could make a melee attack as a bonus action, but she can't.
She cannot. She'll stand there and wish, God damn, that's a stupid fucking rule.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel you. I was in Curse of Strahd. I was dual wield, and
because I
was asking about that, and they're like, "No, you can't booming blade and offhand attacks." I was like, "Fuck!"
Because I have the mobile feat. When I attack someone in melee, they can't make opportunity attacks against me. So I'm just gonna move 10 feet backwards.
Oh, okay. That's negating that. All right. And just want to let you know, on the ogre's turn, who will go before Atreus.
Yep.
He will drop his club and drop to his knees. And what language does he speak? Please tell me he speaks fucking English. I know he's stupid.
I speak giant as a zone hunter.
He speaks common and giant. Awesome. Hill giants only speak giant. Ogres speak common and giant. Go figure. He would drop to his knees and be like, "Surrender, you powerful warriors. I am only fighting because Snarf." He points his finger over to the dead hill giant in splint armor. Snarf will kill otherwise. I love Elf. Go Elf. Big fan. I know me hurt you. I just trying to keep Snarf from hurting me. That's all. You most bombat warriors ever. Please have mercy on poor Sneef. Sneef mean you no harm.
I'd like to insight check him.
Sure.
Natural one.
You have fucking no idea.
All right, sure.
Um.
No idea. Atreus, it's your turn.
Yeah. I'll walk over and sheathe my sword.
You have a sword.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Damn it.
Yeah. Just
I know what you mean.
sword,
Yeah.
dude.
I'm so used to having a sword. Like every single character I make has a sword, so I'm so used to having it.
Hang up your hammer.
Strap the hammer. I guess I can go ahead and put away my divine favor. Damn it. And I look at him and say, "Calm yourself, ogre.
Yes,
You."
ma'am. Yes. I'm calm. I'm calm now. I'm so calm.
My Goliath friend claims that his companions were caught by your companions. Where are these people?
I suppose they're back at camp at fort. We were sent out to find people. They were fighting in hall and foyer, and girl told us to go outside and find Goose, and we've been out looking since. He disappeared. Dogs had him cornered. He go disappear. We've been out searching hours now.
Yes. And can you assure me that his companions are safe?
I ain't been back since. We've just been outside looking. You want them to be safe? Sneak tell you they safe.
Your words give me no reassurance. What I would like for you to do is to go back, say nothing of your defeat here, the safety of his companions, and if you can, bring them back here by daylight tomorrow.
Yeah, Sneak do that. You let Sneak go back there. Sneak do what you want. Anybody else would like to do anything, or you'd like to drop out of combat? Anybody want to?
Well,
I want to insight check it again.
can Lone Hunter hear this conversation from the distance he is?
Yeah, ogre quite loud.
Okay. Wow. Let's see here.
And he's like 30, 40, 50 feet away. Whether he can hear Atreus or not though remains to be seen. But ogre's his booming loud voice he carries. You know,
I will say this. I'll also say this to him. These dogs of yours, do you care for them?
No.
Damn.
Lone Hunter will take his last arrow and he's going to shoot it up in the air at with the intent of having it come down and hit him right in the head.
Roll me attack with disadvantage.
He'll move his hunter's mark over to him. And at disadvantage, ooh, I would have liked that one. Okay, a 24.
Yeah.
How tall would you say this ogre is, by the way?
I would call it 9.5, almost 10 feet. He's shorter than a hill giant, but just a little bit taller than your Goliath.
All right.
He's
but
they're large creatures, right?
I asked
quite broad.
because I'm 5'9". So so I don't know. I just pictured like something on its knees, and I'm still shorter than it.
Yeah. All right, so that arrow comes down and kills the ogre.
16 points of damage.
Yeah.
Arrows sticking in its head.
Oh, holy hell!
It can be a non-lethal blow if you so choose.
Lone Hunter is still in lethal blow. He's in the heat of the battle. They got my friend Poontick. Revenge.
And Michael, not to be a party pooper, but I can't remember where I came across it. I think it was in the DMG, non-lethal damage.
Yeah.
You only have to state it, but it's with melee weapons.
Oh, really? Because
Yeah.
I've allowed it, but it doesn't really picture the mind how you do that with an arrow.
Right.
No.
And that's when I read it, I was like, no wonder why it's so hard to visualize and explain.
Well,
Technically, it's
with the arrow. You remember that I had some arrows made that were blunt.
some bird hunters or whatever. Yeah.
And like that, but I don't have those no more. But that's how you could get away with.
I agree.
Non-lethal.
I agree. It'd be the role playing and money situation.
When the ogre gets hit in the head and starts to fall forward, I'll kind of jump out of the way and turn around with my arms out wide, to these guys, like, what the hell?
Lone Hunter.
No. What in the 9 hells?
He was escaping.
And trying to see that he get your friends back.
He was escaping.
He was on his knees. He was going nowhere.
He was escaping.
You foolish half giant.
You can't trust these ogres. They're like my cousin's wife. You can't trust her.
We had his life in our hands.
You see how easily he rolled over?
Maybe you can't trust her, but she's the one that makes Christmas parties interesting.
Yes, she does. All the Yuletide cheer.
Regardless, we should probably press our advantage. These guys were sent out looking for us. We don't know when they were expected back, but now would be the best time to go there and press our attack.
I look at Serena and say, us is a very loose phrase. They were sent out here looking for him. Let's get that straight.
Look over there on the big guy that we killed. See if he has any keys.
And I'll shrug and walk over, shaking my head.
Lone Hunter will work his way on up there trying to collect as many arrows as he possibly can.
I'll stop flying and land on the ground.
All right. Well,
I walk over to. I walk over to the big giant. Should I roll something or what?
You want an investigation?
Yeah.
No real need. I mean, if you just want to take your time, sure you check everything. That's fine.
Yeah, I can take my time.
He has a couple rings on him that are quite nice. And
I'm going to throw those into my bag of holding.
He's got a necklace that's extremely nice.
Put that into my bag of holding.
Okay. And I need another piece of jewelry.
You will, of course, be sure.
An ankle bracelet. He's got an ankle bracelet.
Ankle bracelet.
I was going to say an earring.
Each piece of jewelry that he is wearing is worth 250 gold pieces each. So there's a total of 1,000 gold pieces worth of jewelry that the sub-chief is wearing.
Wait. Let me write this stuff down. Bag of hold. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, we'll divvy up the later.
Hold in.
You are playing a paladin, not your rogue.
But all right, you said
I
I
really hate to do this, but I got to make a hard 6 o'clock cutoff time for myself.
Okay.
I mean 6 o'clock my time, so now I gotta like.
You got a couple minutes. You're done, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 2 rings at how much each?
Total of 1,000 gold pieces worth of jewelry off of him, and each of the ogres is also wearing an amulet that is worth 100 gold pieces each. So that is a total of 1,300 gold pieces of jewelry off of these creatures. And my dog
2
is
rings.
whining like she's sleeping.
Ankle bracelet.
She's chasing squirrels.
I suppose.
This would be a good spot to
Call it.
Call it.
And I'm going to say you will also find a key ring on him.
Okay.
Kieran?
Amulet.
A key ring. not a 1E monster manual.
No, not the celestial from. Well, it's back in Mordekainen, so.
Oh, it's in Mordekainen now?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what I have. The 2 rings, the ankle bracelet, and the necklace all cost 1,000 gold pieces together. Amulets are 300 gold
total. Each one's 100 gold pieces.
Yeah, 4 pieces at 250 and 3 pieces at 300 or at 100 each.
Yep. And then 3 amulets and then the key ring. So those are all inside of my bag of holding. Because I also assume that that since they are on giants and ogres, that they're quite large.
And I can cast detect magic on them.
Oh, think of that.
He's got a bag with 3 rocks.
Oh yeah, do that.
He's got a bag with 3 large rocks in it. Each one weighs about 50 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And because I love this giant bag chart.
Okay.
Roll on this giant bag. That will be number 33. Besides the 3 large rocks on it, he will have
an elf skull,
an iron cooking pot.
I don't need any more pots.
Well, it's probably a giant-sized one.
It is a giant-sized iron cooking pot. It is like a cauldron.
You could take a bath.
Okay.
You could fit in it. Yeah, you could fit in it easily, elf man or tiefling man. Sorry.
Actually, I will. I'll definitely jump into it real quick and just. Yeah, I don't like this, and I get out.
Should we say we'll take a short rest here then? Because I can get the spell slot back that I used.
We'll lay it on its side. You get in it. We'll roll you in it.
Like being tossed down the hill in a barrel.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go get ready and go see baby.
Yeah.
Baby.
All right. Thanks. Awesome. Hey, by the way, because like I said, I have to keep. I'm trying to keep like a 6 o'clock so I can before
We'd
baby
like
go.
to start earlier on the dinner.
Well, I was gonna say, why don't we? Because it seems like every week that the majority of us are.
Yeah, we are here way early, every one of us.
Yeah.
I'm okay with bringing it back an hour if that's okay.
Because I know it's even better for Ryan too.
Yeah.
Well, it usually for me honestly, it usually has a lot to do with the fact that I have to like cook. By a
Well, you just might have to prepare for that on Tuesdays.
All right, that's fine.
It's not like it's a surprise.
Yeah.
All right. So short rest. Should we short rest here?
Well, that's
we can move away from the carcasses a bit.
Yeah, sure.
Shit ton of like burnt dog fur.
Oh, and actually, by the way, I wouldn't mind salvaging some stuff from these wolves, whether it be teeth, claws, bones, sinew, hide, just shit like that. So,
Huh? Easily done.
Throw
It'll
the
take
left.
time, but you can do it.
Throw
and
the left.
I'll even feed off of them while I'm doing this. Just cut strips off with my dagger and just munch on it raw.
Throw the leftovers into the big cauldron and start boiling it and make a
these guys,
dire wolf stew.
Make a bonfire under it.
Yeah.
so these guys, are they foes or food?
Both
Well, they
now.
were foes. Now they're food.
And I'm immune to poison and disease, so literally I eat anything.
Actually, could we not benefit from like a long rest, especially if we like take the time to like kind of move the bodies, like, you know, maybe build a wall in our little cove or whatever?
My concern.
Well, I think it's
is-
easier for us to move than to move the bodies.
Well, my concern is if we take a long rest, then our other characters might be dead by that point.
Yeah, that's a.
That is a big thing.
I'd figure every minute, every hour means a lot, and it'd be easier for us to move rather than to try to move like however many giant bodies and giant wolves.
I'm okay with a short rest. Like I'm okay with no rest because like I only use one spell slot. So
Yeah, you use like only one spell slot. The only one who took any damage was the paladin, and you all used a couple spell slots, but most people won't get spell slots.
Yeah, but I have to regain my lay on hands.
Yeah,
I have
that's not
to
a
regain my
long rest.
searing smite,
That's a
and
long
I
rest.
need two spell slots, one first and one third.
Those were all
If it came down to it, I would take a short rest and do my natural recovery, which is like arcane recovery, but for druids.
Yeah. For land druids.
Yeah. That's it if it came down to it, but other than that, I wouldn't have to. I only used a first, a second, and a third.
Hey, you might want to go off air.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna split anyways. I keep chatting. Okay, see you guys.
Yeah.
Later.